on this episode of Independence USA.
We're going to build our own home forge, and everybody's going to learn how to use it.
All right, load that up.
I think Frank would love for there actually to be some sort of a disaster so that he can say, see, I told you so.
Listen to it. I think I'm going to run on down to the bookstore, and I found out that Glenn Beck's going to be there. So I'm really looking forward to get a chance to meet him.
Mr. Beck, my name is Frank Bill Castro.
My name is Frank, and I'm not crazy. I know the world's not ending tomorrow, but you know what? I'm not taking any chances. My family and I are going to learn to fend for ourselves. Just like our parents, our grandparents, and our great-grandparents did. For us, every day will be Independence Day, even if it kills us. You know, I really don't know what kind of calamity it's going to be that's going to bring our country to its knees. But what I do know is that when it does happen, people will not be prepared. There's going to be chaos in the streets, and it's going to be every man for himself. When I look at the news every day, and when I see what's going on in the world around me, I'm worried about we're too far behind. We got to keep moving forward.
So what are you thinking about doing now?
We're going to build our own home forge, and everybody's going to learn how to use it.
I think Frank would love for there actually to be some sort of a quasi-disaster so that he can say, see, I told you so.
Where do you plan on putting this forge?
I think in one tight little corner of the summer kitchen. It's going to be perfect.
Wait a minute. The summer kitchen was supposed to be something that all of us were going to be able to enjoy and use. That's my favorite project. But now you're going to clutter it up with a dirty forge?
No, I don't think it'll be cluttered up at all. One of the things about a working forge is it's got to be very tight and compact. You got to be able to go from where you're heating the metal in the forge directly to your anvil where you're working it, or directly to your vise where you're working it. It's got to be tight. It's got to be small. I promise you, I am not going to mess up that summer kitchen because I want to use it for pleasure just as much as you do. I learned a good bit about blacksmithing from a real pro, Andrew Molinaro. He also sells forges, and today I'm hoping to buy one. This is absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I was hoping it would be. I'll take it.
Cool, cool, great. Got my last one.
Holy smokes.
Congratulations. Thanks, man.
Okay. All righty, man. This thing is so cool, and it is going to work perfectly for us. Now that I have my forge, the next step is to lay out the plans for my wood stove, smoker, cooker, because that will have the chimney that the hood of the forge can exhaust into. This is going to be a major project, and I hate to admit it, but it's out of Adam's and my league. So I called my buddy Jim, who's a mason, to see if he can come over and help us out.
Hey,
Yo,
Frank.
Jim, how you doing, man?
Good morning.
Thanks for coming out today, man.
No problem.
Let's take a look at what I got in mind for you.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's right in this space here.
Okay.
Is where I want to build, for lack of a better terms, a wood-burning stove slash smoker slash chimney for my forge.
Yeah, this is kind of like an indoor-outdoor barbecue type.
I love this idea with this kitchen. This is really close to me. I own an old house that has a summer kitchen. It's designed like what Frank's talking about, so I know what he means.
We can smoke meats and cheeses and nuts, fish, all this. We can smoke and preserve our food in that if we have no other way of doing it.
Yeah, you could just totally like old times. Boy, this is how they did it in like 18th century. Boy,
Exactly where I'm coming from. So when are you available?
Hey, as soon as you're ready for me, I'm here.
Well, we'll get some material ordered and we'll get to work. This is awesome, man. You know, I think Jim and I came up with a really good plan for our wood stove and the chimney to draft our forge. But before I get going much further, I think I'm gonna run on down to the bookstore and pick up a couple of books on blacksmithing. And I found out that Glenn Beck's gonna be there. So I'm really looking forward to get a chance to meet him. Used to be you'd go into a bookstore and there wouldn't be hardly any books at all on disaster preparedness. Oh, a guide for families. Now they're all over the bookstores. People are aware that it's really time to start being prepared.
Is that too tight?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Let me take you over to where you'll be in line.
Awesome. All those books on those shelves out there, I'm telling you, it really makes me think that maybe I'm not so crazy after all. My beliefs on being prepared, I've had my whole life, but I've not had the opportunity to do it because I've just been, life kind of got in the way. In other words, raise my kids, get everybody through college and everything else. You know, it's so easy to strike up a conversation no matter where I go about the kinds of things my family and I are doing.
I cleaned it all off and I put the, I guess you call it bluing or something on it.
Oh, nice. I found a dude that is going to barter an anvil with me. You know how hard it is to find a decent anvil these days. This guy's going to bring one right over to my house and we're going to work out a barter deal. I'm really looking forward to getting it. And it's Swedish, too. I'm fixing to have an autograph on a brand new book by Glenn Beck. Really, really looking forward to meeting him. I hope we have an opportunity to chat. Him and I think alike in many, many ways, and I want to just get to know him personally. I can't wait to meet him.
Thank you. God bless you. Mr. Beck, my name is Frank Del Castro.
I just had a fun afternoon, and I met him at the podium.
He doesn't think you're a nut?
No. Listen to it. I think we're almost ready to do our first couple of strikes on our first piece of steel on our own property, man.
Whoa.
Food independence, emergency preparedness, self-reliance. MyPatriotSupply.com. Get our survival seed vault and feed your family from your own garden for just $37.95. Our non-hybrid heirloom seeds are genuinely American, just like you. Your survival needs and survival seeds are at MyPatriotSupply.com. MyPatriotSupply.com. Self-reliance. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Tatler Reusable Canning Lids. Family owned since 1976. That's right, Tatler Reusable Canning Lids. Yes, reusable with a lifetime guarantee. Made in America, BPA free. Tatler Reusable Canning Lids. Because those who can, do. Get rid of the disposable lid. Go to reusablecanninglids.com. Tatler Reusable Canning Lids.
It's now possible to have emergency backup electricity when you lose your power. Introducing solar generators from Solutions from Science. These emergency backup systems provide life-saving electrical power when you need it most. Unlike gas generators, a solar generator runs quietly, emits no fumes, and produces electricity from the sun. It's like running an electric power plant in your own home. Ice storms, brownouts, blackouts, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. Visit mysolarbackup.com today for more information. That's mysolarbackup.com, mysolarbackup.com.
If you're a diabetic and currently trying to lose weight, please stay tuned to this important message. A market trial offer is starting now for a revolutionary breakthrough in weight loss called glucosilin, and you are eligible to try it free for 30 days. Clinical studies of the key ingredient have shown this ingredient to be effective in accelerating weight loss. What's even more impressive is that it also supports healthy blood sugar metabolism at the same time. Call immediately to receive your free 30-day trial. 1-888-433-8171.
Mr. Beck, my name is Frank Del Castro.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I look forward to meeting you again in the future.
I have to tell you, you know, I mean, I don't know if you're real familiar with what I've been doing lately about getting people, but I think you're going to help a lot of people. I think you're crazy.
Oh, well, I've been told that by a lot of different people. But
I don't mean that the way most people mean that. I mean that
You know, so there's I don't want to take a lot of time.
No.
There's a split between doing what I'm doing and going very public about it, and it's different. You know what I'm saying? But I feel people need to know, just like you.
Oh
do.
yeah, no, it's just
like you do.
You know, it's people say that I'm prepared, and I keep saying to them, I'm not. I'm living in the city with my car and all the dependents. No, I'm not. I'm not prepared. You will be.
I'm working at it.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, man.
So get this, now I'm hanging around because one of Glenn Beck's security guys said he wants to speak with me a little more.
Just wanted to say
Third or
thank
fourth?
you. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
we're on now, I think. And I really wanted to say thanks for giving us the opportunity to
Oh
be
no,
on
you're
your
kidding me?
network, man.
No, you know what? We heard about you, I don't even know, 6, 7 months ago, and I'm thrilled that you would come on with us.
We're thrilled as well. We're having a lot of fun. I think one of the biggest things, besides the really cool people that we've been meeting as a family, the fact that we're doing this as a family together. I mean, we're getting tighter and closer all the time.
Mom's not
So
really
much fun.
thrilled about it, though, is she?
No, she's not.
Yeah,
But she.
Yeah, my wife is. I'm doing the bare minimum stuff. My wife's like, really? Come on, really?
Yeah.
That was really interesting. It was really cool meeting Glenn Beck. Him and I have a lot in common in the way we think about things. Not everything, but an awful lot. Hey, Em, how you doing?
Hey, Dad.
Where's everybody at?
Adam's passed out on the couch. Mom was in her room, I think.
I just had a fun afternoon.
Yeah, how'd it
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy.
Here, check this out.
Hey, I thought I heard you come in.
Hey, check it out, man. Look at this. I heard on the radio this morning that Glenn Beck was going to be at the bookstore. Really? And I wanted to grab some books for myself. I've been meaning to get there. It gave me an excuse to go. And I got a copy of his new book. And he autographed it for me.
Nice.
And I met him at the podium. And we chatted for a while. And
He doesn't think you're a nut?
no.
He thinks you're crazy, probably.
You didn't bring him over.
No, he's totally supportive and has been for many years in preparing for disasters, in preparing for emergency situations and storing food and such. And I kind of got the feeling he thought maybe we were ahead of him.
Oh, no.
Which was really kind of cool, and he enjoyed chatting with me for a while. And it was great to get his book along with the other books that I needed to get anyhow.
Nice.
Cool.
So I'm really looking forward to reading it.
Sounds good.
Later that day, we got back to work on our summer kitchen project. After I told my friend Jim that I wanted to have a wood stove / cooker / smoker that had a chimney that the hood of the forge could tie into, he brought us all the material. And with Jim and my other friend Kevin, we have to start building it. I was a mason laborer when I was 17 years old. I'm still doing it.
We'll sit it down slow just like we did that pipe. Right on the money,
Yeah,
pretty
it's looking
good.
pretty good.
All right. We have a unit here where it's a fireplace, it's a wood stove, it's a smokehouse, it's a flue for a forge. I mean, this is really a one-of-a-kind thing. I don't even know what to call it.
I gotta come over here.
Just throwing the last block.
So, Jim, you're really up as high as you're going to go here. All you got to do is cap that off with a little mortar so that the rain sheds off it.
I think you're in good shape, Frank.
Excellent, man. We'll get the roof back on, we'll break down the scaffold, hook up our forge, and fire it up. Having that blower up high actually makes it more comfortable to crank, doesn't it? Yo, Adam.
Yeah.
I walked past the vise in the shop and just tore the heck out of my shirt. Look.
You sure did.
Mom's gonna kill me.
Yeah. I think you're ready about to screw this off, man.
For now, we're gonna use the same anvil that I've had all along since before you were born, this old piece of railroad track.
All right, load that up, Frankie.
Let's see what happens when you give it a little air. Listen to it.
Well, go take a look at our chimney, man. See how it's working. Make sure it's coming out there.
Oh, heck yeah. It's drafting like crazy, man. As soon as that chimney warms up, there won't hardly be any smoke in there at all. I'd say another 10 minutes, we're going to be ready to heat some steel. I found this laying alongside the road. I don't know if it's like a chunk of a door on a dump truck or if it's part for somebody's car, but it's just a chunk of round metal. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and straighten out those ends, flatten it, and make that shovel where you pull the coal onto the fire.
If we can't get something and a shovel breaks, we can just make a new one. And having that skill and not having to leave if a situation was bad and you couldn't leave and still being able to produce everything you needed, I mean, that's true independence.
I think we're almost ready to do our first couple of strikes on our first piece of steel on our own property, man.
Here you go.
I think what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to try and straighten it a little. Let's see if it'll go. And it is. Man, I can't wait till we get our own anvil.
Whoa.
I'm losing heat, and I don't have a very good anvil to work with here, but it's working. We were actually able to heat up some steel and knock it around a little bit. But the problem is, without a proper anvil, it's just too dangerous and too difficult.
Everything's far back, and it's all going straight up the hood.
I mean, my anvil is jumping around on me. I can't do what I want to do. I want to try and straighten this out, and I can't. I don't have the tools necessary to do what I want to do. Yo, Jeff, how you doing?
There you go.
Oh, man, that's perfect.
Oh, wow, look at that. Man, you're all good to go here.
Yeah. I'll take it. I don't care what it costs. I think that's good enough. Let's try to make something useful now.
Listen up, America! The price of life insurance has gone down 60% over the last 15 years. Many Americans know they need it, and some that have life insurance know they don't have enough. How would your family get by without you? How are you planning for the uncertainties of life? Guarantee your family $200,000, $400,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with a term life insurance policy that costs up to 3 times less than other competitors. For example, a healthy 40-year-old man can get a $250,000 term life insurance policy for $16 a month. Don't spend more than you have to on term life insurance. Find out how easy it is to protect the ones you love. The quote is free and there are no obligations. Listen up, America. Call now.
Call 800-488-5317. That's 800-488-5317.
Okay, so has anybody actually started saving for college yet?
Oh, not me. No, you got time.
Oh, no, we actually started.
You have?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. We figure you start saving a little now, or you'll borrow a lot later on.
Yeah, but how did you even know where to start?
Oh, I found out about the Gerber Life College Plan.
Call now for free information on the Gerber Life College Plan. It's easy.
It's pretty much worry-free.
Well, how could it be worry-free? What if something happens with the stock market?
No matter what happens, we get guaranteed safe growth.
So when she's ready for college, the money will be there.
And it doesn't take a lot of money to get started.
For as little as $10 a week, you can start saving for college and get guaranteed growth. Just call now.
Oh, it's a life insurance policy, too.
Oh, that's different.
And if she decides not to go to college, there's no penalty, so she can use the money for anything.
We've got to get started.
Yes, we do, because you're going to college.
Call 1-800-892-3073 for your free information. That's 1-800-892-3073.
Right in this space here is where I want to build a wood-burning stove slash smoker slash chimney for my forge. With everything in place in our summer kitchen, Emma's coming by and she's curious to see some blacksmithing in action. Whoa. I'm still dealing with an anvil problem, but I can make do temporarily, I guess. I'll tell you what, let's take this old tire iron that I found alongside of the road, See, it's all rusty.
You're such a scavenger.
Well, yeah, but look at this great piece of steel. Let's see if we can make it straight, because then I got a piece of steel I think maybe I'm going to use to make a fork out of for barbecuing.
Okay.
Really crank her hard for a couple of seconds.
Oh,
It's getting here. Let's try it. Let's try it. See if we can straighten out this piece of steel. Look how easy it's bending, Em. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
pretty
that
cool. Oh, that railroad tie just keeps jumping.
Well, look at that. 30 seconds ago, that was bent. Now it's straight. So what do you think?
It's pretty cool. I definitely want to try it out, but I think I'll wait till everything's in place and the real anvil's out here before I start pounding on anything.
Yeah, you didn't like the way that was jumping around, huh? I don't either. At the Glenn Beck book signing, I met a guy named Jeff. He has an old Swedish anvil, and he's bringing it over, and not a moment too soon. Yo, Jeff, how you doing?
Frank, how you doing?
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
You too. There you go.
Oh, man, that's perfect. Look at that. That's exactly what we needed, man. Oh, man, that's perfect. Man, I can't wait to get this in position. Holy smokes, it's heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, what's it go? Close to 200 pounds, maybe?
No, it's a good 120, probably.
This thing is awesome. I can't wait to put it to work. Check it out.
How's it going, man? Adam, nice to meet
Adam.
you.
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
That's one heck of an anvil you got, man.
I got it out of the trunk, but I'm not going to get it all the way around the back without some help.
So you were able to find this thing, man? We've been looking for one for months now, trying to find a good anvil.
Yeah, I found this about 18 years ago in a garage. It's part of my work. I do environmental consulting work, and there was this anvil sitting on the floor, and they said they were going to scrap everything in that building. So I said, can I take it? And that's 18 years ago, and 60 pounds lighter than I was back then, and it took a lot of muscle to get that home, but...
That's awesome, man. I got this side, you right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go backwards. Just don't scratch his car here.
Oh, wow, look at that. Man, you're all good to go here.
Yeah, we're pretty set up.
This is absolutely perfect. I'll take it. I don't care what it costs. What do you want for it?
I'll tell you what, after our discussion at the book signing, I'll give it to you. I'll tell you what, you share with me some of what you're doing here, and we'll call it a deal. How's that?
You got yourself a deal, man.
That's worth more than money.
Good, I'm glad you feel that way.
Fantastic. Get this one out of the way. We'll keep it.
Yep.
It's been with me a long time. Give me a hand getting this puppy dog in its new home, Adam.
Right. I'm not lifting that again.
No. That's perfect, Adam. I think it's just great sitting just like that.
You know, I have a lot of dreams, but that's one that's not going to happen, and his is just completed happening, so, you know, good for him.
Well, listen, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it.
I look forward to coming over and seeing how things progress here.
Thank you so much,
sure.
man.
Take care.
Anytime, anytime. Give me a call or just swing by. That anvil is better than I had hoped. It's not a huge one, but we don't need one that big. It's got a really nice shaped horn. I think it's going to be easy to manipulate the hot steel almost anywhere on it. Look at that. You know, it made sense that once we got our anvil, the first thing to do was to start practicing, start making some things. So what we did is we basically made some huge staples to fasten it down to the stump, and it worked great.
That's not bad.
Have to move the whole stump now.
I like it. Well done, man. Awesome.
I think that's good enough. Let's try to make something useful now. Put it right there.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you're cutting through it.
See if we can snap it.
That's that. I think that might be that, man.
I don't know, man. I think it's pretty darn good.
It's a bell.
See if I can attract any attention.
What's all the racket about?
Adam made a dinner bell. Where's dinner?
You made this?
I made it.
Holy smokes.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it
it
is.
works.
Okay, we got the idea. But why are you ringing this?
I want my dinner. Where's dinner?
Did you make dinner?
No, I'm ringing it because I want dinner.
No. If Frank starts ringing that bell to summon me to make his dinner, he's going to be wearing that bell as a necklace. Is that why they call it blacksmithing? Yeah, look at how black your hands are. Look at Adam's face.
Right now, it's more fun than it is practical. But having fun while we're working out there, we're learning. And ultimately, we get to the point when we get the need to make something, we're going to be able to do it.
Like others in the WASP hierarchy, Mrs. Roosevelt displayed a casually anti-Semitic attitude in private. Forced to attend a party when FDR was Assistant Secretary of Navy, Eleanor wrote to her mother-in-law, "I'd rather be hung than be seen at it." It would be mostly Jews. Afterward, she reported back, "The Jew party was appalling. I never wish to hear money, jewels, and sables mentioned again." In 1992, FDR, a lawyer in New York City, noticed Jews made up 1/3, 1942, 1/3 of the freshman class at Harvard. He went to Henry Morgenthau, who was on the Harvard Board of Overseers. It was decided, Roosevelt later explained, that over a period of years, the number of Jews should be reduced to 1 or 2% a year until it was down to 15%. This attitude was nothing new, and rather than stand up for what was right, Eleanor Roosevelt was silent. That silence was deafening. Let us learn from Bonhoeffer. Silence in the face of evil is evil. Not to speak is to speak.
Fact is, I've never put a thing on YouTube ever.
No.
I don't even know how to do it.
It's not.
I tried once, and I think I was unsuccessful. And I gave up.
You were, so you could have.
Yeah, it might
may
be
have
there.
been successful.
If you see it, it's probably got like 18 million hits by now, and I don't even know it.
You pushed it out there and didn't even realize
But I pushed it out there, and it went wild. Wild, I think.